Schneebeat.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Speed Paint. This week is a compilation of 3 different pictures. I'll be drawing 3 of my favorite OCs. First up is Theo, though it's not his usual look, this is actually Professor Theodore. And this version of him, along with his outfit that has the beige trench coat, is probably one of my favorite designs for him. I just love it so much. So I just wanted to draw a cute and pretty picture for it, and I'm really pleased with how this one came out, so I hope you enjoy it too. So when I say this is a different version of Theo, if you're unfamiliar, I actually have many alternate universe designs for Theo, and this is one where he becomes a college professor. It doesn't really end up becoming obvious in this picture at least, but he's like an expert on plants and stuff. And in his main design for this version of him, he has like some different types of foliage like in his hair and in his pockets and stuff like that. And he also, on his beige trench coat, he has a rose on it. And I just love those details. He also carries a bag, and out of it there's also a bunch of like little grass things that come out. I just think it's really cute. But for this, I ended up not adding any of that. The most I did was try to add some green leafy things in his hair for his ponytail. But when I was finishing up this picture, I was thinking that it was a little strange that that was the only place green was in the picture. Like, the majority of this picture is brown and like goldish, so like just the random single spot of green didn't end up looking good, so I will end up taking that out. But the thought was there. I probably could have added the rose somewhere, but it's too late now. This picture is a little tiny bit old. I do draw quite a lot, and over time I compile a bunch of different short speed paints like this, where I use the Clip Studio Paint speed paint feature, so it's not really a big deal to just make sure that's on when I draw. And since I draw so much, I end up having a good number of those, and I just sort of save them for when I have a related or semi-related video idea in mind for it. For this week, I didn't have a solid idea for the speed paint. I was a little bit busy making Christmas presents, so I ended up thinking that these 3 pictures were similar-ish enough that they would make a good video on their own. The other characters I'm drawing in this video are Dymie and Haylen, and they're also some of my favorite OCs. Like, they're in the top 10, so grouping them together just kind of made sense. But also, there was another small element to this. All 3 of the pictures are a little bit attractive, I feel like. I just thought it was really fun, and I thought it would be enjoyable to all have in one video. I was kind of hoping to draw more stuff like that for these speed paints, because it's really fun for me and I love to do it. So I hope you enjoy that part of it. This picture of Theo is almost done, so you can probably tell what I mean. I just love to draw my characters being lovely. I hope you enjoyed this Professor Theodore picture. I'll have the full picture at the end with the others. So I did mention Christmas really quick there. I can't believe it's here already. I mean, it's this coming Monday. And that means this year is pretty much already over. And I will say, this video is actually the last speed paint video I'm going to do this year. Next week I have an animation coming out on Thursday, so that'll be my weekly video. Please look forward to that. I'm pretty excited about it. In general, I'm excited about this season. I've made some gifts for my friends in terms of art, and I'm really excited to get to share that with them. The holiday just can't come fast enough. As for myself, I know some of my friends are drawing for me too, and I'm really excited to see those. I also received a mini pink Christmas tree, and I was so excited about it. I was kind of emotional about it too. I almost cried, really. My sibling mailed it to me, and it's funny because I tend to mention to my friends like, oh, I've always wanted a pink Christmas tree. I would set it up in my room and it would be there all year. And I even mentioned that to one of my roommates not too long ago. It's just always been a thing that I've wanted. So getting that in the mail was really nice. It also came with a bunch of really cute charms as little ornaments, and it was really fun to set up. It also has a heart as the little star on top. I just love how it looks. It's very much for me, and I was really happy with it. I even put Christmas music on when I was setting it up. It felt nice. This might sound sort of like normal behavior, but I haven't done that in years. And I love Christmas decorations. I just haven't had the time or money to actually get decorations for myself. So for me, this was really special. So something not so fun that happened recently was that I had to buy a new tablet. My old one was actually gifted to me by one of my very nice subscribers, but I actually have no idea how old it was. It was a Wacom Intuos Pen and Touch Small. I got it in 2020 because, if you didn't know, pre-November 2020, I exclusively used a mouse for my digital art. So I've always been really appreciative of the person that ended up gifting me that tablet. They really sort of opened up my art world, because while I was doing just fine with my art, I was never super happy with it. I always thought, like, if only I had a tablet, the strokes would be smoother, just everything would be better. But I never had the funds to get a tablet, really, and I didn't even know what to look for. So I was too scared to actually buy one. I did have one when I was like 14. I have no idea what model it was or what. I just know it was extremely bad, so I actually didn't use it that much. And I just continued to use a mouse for the majority of my art life. And that's also why I was hesitant on getting a tablet, because I knew from that experience that I just thought tablets weren't for me because of that experience. But now that I am where I am, I know that it was just the quality of the tablet. But anyway, so the one that was gifted to me in 2020 ended up having some calibration glitches that I thought I could fix, but I ended up not being able to. Like, I would sort of fix it one day and then it would happen again. And I was like searching for like, oh, I need to update drivers, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to unplug and replug it. Just a bunch of stuff that I did. And I was like, okay, this sometimes works, but I don't want to have to live a life where every day or so I have to do something to fix this, and I don't want it to end up getting worse over time, so I ended up having an emergency purchase of an extremely similar tablet. It's actually like 1 inch smaller, so it's an even smaller tablet, but, you know, I mean, I like the tablet. It is a little bit different, so I had to get used to it a little bit, but I think it's just fine. It works good, and I enjoy it. It's also nice to just have something brand new, because that old one, again, I don't have any idea how old it was, and it had like, I don't know if you're an artist who uses a tablet, but there was like that circle of death where you know that's where your pen always touches, so it's just sort of like a very beat up part of the tablet, because it's so often used. And it's just kind of nice having a smooth tablet. And it is also kind of nice knowing that I purchased it myself. But if I could have chosen not to do that, you know, I would still be using my old tablet. So this was not quite a Christmas present to myself, but it's still nice, so it equals out. Oh, I went on a kinda long tangent there, I hope you don't mind. The picture that I drew during most of that was a picture of Haylen, and he was bathing in a waterfall at sunset. I just thought it would be nice to draw. And then this last one, of course, is Dymie. Nothing too special about it, it's just that I feel like he came out really cute, so I'm happy with it. I drew him in a way where I would be able to switch his outfits up easily, but I don't think YouTube would like some of those, so I'm not going to show you them, but this main one, I feel like is cute enough. Something I actually learned recently was that you actually only need to have your video be 8 minutes in order to be fully monetized the way I have mine. And beforehand I thought it was 10 minutes, so I had been doing 10-minute speed paint videos. Let me know if you enjoy a slightly shorter one, or if you prefer the full 10 minutes. The 8-minute ones are definitely easier. But either way, as for my YouTube channel, I make about $2 a month, on average after a big percentage gets taken out of it anyway. So, making 10-minute videos is not super worth it for me, but if they do better, then it would be worth it. So I guess it's up to what you guys like. We'll just have to see how things go. But yeah, those were 3 of my favorite OCs, being all cute or attractive. Let me know what you think, or just let me know how your holidays are going if you celebrate anything. Don't forget, next week I'm not having a speed paint, I'm having an animation come out on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. And since this is the last speed paint of the year, I wish you happy holidays, happy new year, let me know if you have any plans for that too, and have a great rest of the year. Goodbye!